Hi, my friends. I haven't made a video in in a long time, and that is actually because things have been awesome. So it's very funny with how when life is going awesome, you don't really feel the need to be that spiritual. And I found myself an awesome place to sitting on a next to a wall, springtime, getting some sunlight on my face. And I found all these excuses to wait with video. But anyways, I wanted to be very enlightened when I made this video, but I think it's best to just show the daily of things. So one thing that I've said it several times, that I had a kind of crisis 2021, very intense stuff happen, and it's so funny now that things are going really well in my professional life, like in my work, in relationships. Things are going really, really well, and I don't really feel the need, for spirituality, as I said. But I've been keep meditating and stuff, but been kind of slacking off, and but now I'm back to it. And I think this life crisis that happened was absolutely a gold gem that I totally understand now when I've come full circle, when I have it good again in my life, and that nothing externally, knock on wood, is kind of messing up anything, nothing serious. But I'm still drawn to spirituality, and I listen just to Michael Singer. I'm reading his new book, The Surrender Experiment. It's actually, I haven't read this one. It's really, really good so far. But like to give the analogy. This I made up myself, and I'm quite proud of it. So imagine, you have a room, right? And this room is is sometimes it's clean, sometimes it's not clean, and you spend your days trying to fix this room, right? So it stays clean, but you find all the time, that goddamn, this room just, I can't keep it clean. Maybe have issues with cleaning your room, kind of like I have a little bit. And you're like, it doesn't matter how much I clean it, it eventually gets dirty again. So why the hell clean it? But anyways, so you keep cleaning it. You're like, it's better to have a clean room than a bad room, right? Than a nasty, not clean room. One day something happens, something intense happens, and your room ends up being super messy, like extremely messy. So messy that you're overwhelmed. You're like, I don't even think I can clean this thing. It's literally like, I don't know what this program was called, like Hoarders or something. You would come into this room and be like, holy shit, like, nah, this is too much. And it's too much for you. It's way too much. And it makes you feel really, really, really bad. So what you do is you try to find a solution, and you can't clean this room. It's too much now. So what happens is you notice that there's a door. There's a door on the at the end of on the other side of a bookshelf, like on the back of a bookshelf. You haven't seen this door before, and you walk outside. You open the door, and you're kind of nervous, but you take the step and walk outside that door. And outside that door, you're not even bothered with the room anymore, and you're elevated from the room. You don't even think about the room. You can see the room, and it doesn't really matter to you if the room is clean or not, because you're not there. You're not on the same level even. So this analogy that I thought about is, if you can guess it, the room is your mind. The mind, you can always kind of fix it, or your life, your outside life. Your mind, your outside life, kind of same thing. You're trying to fix, everything to be as clean as it can, and eventually something happens in your life that disturbs you so much. That happened to me, and you find that door. And most people don't find that door in life, and I feel extremely grateful for that. So this video, I kind of want to say that having a life crisis, having something very intense happen to you, a divorce, you know, maybe someone dies, maybe you're sick, it might end up being the absolute. Because for me, I'm not saying this as like a motivational thing really, or sorry, not as a, you know, feel good thing. I'm literally talking about experience here, that having a life crisis, having that life crisis last year was the best thing in my entire life. Why? Because I noticed that door. I found the door that I never saw before. I was always caught up with fixing the room. When I talk to my dad as well, or other people, I can tell like they haven't found the door. I was talking about God the other day, and their idea of God is like literally like a concept, and I think my idea of God, I don't even have an idea. I mean, it's more like an experience, right? It's stepping out, and it's really scary to go into that, to have faith and go through that door. But if you do have faith, you can trust that door 100%. So I hope this video made a lot of sense to you guys. I mean, even if your life is terrible, and even if your life right now, I'm kind of sick, as you can hear. So regarding, like, except that, it's actually going incredibly well for me. But what I wanted to say is, like, even though things are going incredibly well, even though that, I say I miss walking through that door so much when I was in the middle of the life crisis, and I'm gonna, you know, get back into it. It's not like I've lost it. It's more like, you know, focus more on spirituality, meditation, as we've talked about, and, you know, read really Michael Singer's book, Untethered Soul, Surrender Experience, David Hawkins' book, Letting Go, and you'll understand what I mean. But you'll probably mostly understand if you really experience something really harsh, because applying these things, the letting go technique, when you're in an intense part of life, that's when you really see what I mean with this video. Have an awesome day. Love you guys. God bless.